Hey guys, this is the Anime Fiend bringing to you today One Piece chapter number 1008, Ashura Doji, the head of mountain bandits. Well, until the previous chapter, things were building up, right? But right from the previous chapter, we got things resolving slowly, starting with, of course, Chopper curing all these ice demons, and even in this chapter, we got a few revelations or let's say closures for the secrets or the big reveals that we've been waiting for from the previous chapters, right? So I think this feels like we're getting close towards the end of Act 3 because things are being revealed, resolved and stuff, right? So it kind of feels like we're getting really close to Act Three's end. So that's pretty crazy, man. I'm just hyped for what's gonna happen at the end. But well, before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. That helps out a lot. And if you haven't checked out our podcast, the Anime Unhinged podcast on the channels Anime Unhinged, both on YouTube and on Twitch, then please do check that out as well. Of course, starting with the big Odin situation, where, in the beginning, of course, all the scabbards they believe Odin, and even Odin is like, well, Toki sent me, so yeah, it's all right. We're gonna defeat Kaido, and everybody's, backing him up, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna do it, right? And this scene, man, I mean, I know lot of the live readers, those people are gonna go nuts. They're gonna be like, no, that's not possible. How is that? Dude, right? Live reactions are crazy, but of course, Ashura Doji, being the smart dude, he's like, dude, that's not possible. You're not Odin. But of course everybody is like crying and shit. They're like, but man, we gotta believe, man. I mean, it's Odin, look at him. Of course, the bullshit, right? But Ashura Doji, he comes in clutch. He cuts Odin, and of course they see that there's no blood, and that does confirm that it's of course Kanjuro's painting. But see, in the process of revealing this Odin, Ashura Doji also gets stabbed. Damn. So finally, the people who were saying it's Katrina Devon, Bonkle, Onimaru, Fukuroku Juice, Ninjutsu, Thomas Teapot, the best theory out there, of course, all of those were wrong, and it is indeed Kanjuro, and Kanjuro is like, well, I'm gonna go kill Momonosuke. Thanks for not killing me, and he just runs away, and the fake Odin pulls out a Pedro. Damn, he's just strapped with this dynamite and he just lights it, and he was gonna Pedro them away, right? But of course, Ashura Doji, the man of this chapter, jumps in front of him and takes him and jumps off the window, right? And of course, they blast away, and we don't see what happened to Ashura Doji. We just see this black mass. So is basically severely injured, right? So the all of the other scabbards, they're angrily running towards Kanjuro, but of course Jack the Drought enters the arena, and he just destroyed all the other minks who were blocking the path, and he comes to crush the scabbards, right? But of course Inu comes in and he's like, dude, it's not about settling the score anymore. I just can't let you hurt anyone anymore because you're a threat, and we don't have to take you lightly. So they start fighting, and Jack is like, well, there's no moonlight in here now. You can't do anything shady. And of course, Inu is also like, well, there's no poison gas either. So let's see who's stronger, right? And I'm like, well, didn't they double team on him day in and day out before the poison gas? And Jack was actually taking them on, both not together, but at least he wasn't resting, right? So I mean, come on, man, stop the disrespect on Jack. Oh my god. But of course, now we see Orochi is finally alive and Fukurokuju is with him. And well, to be honest, this is not a surprise. I guess one of his heads would be missing whenever he transforms, and the other heads are alive. So I guess that is what it is, right? And he's setting fire to the Onigashima castle because, of course, he got betrayed by Kaido. So I guess now he's retaliating against him, but yeah, he is doing his part. He's just burning the castle away. Well, no problem. But of course, now we get to Momo, Yamato, and all those people, right? And Momo is like, well, I can transform better now. I can control actually because he's back into his regular form. And he explains the dragon part to everybody. And now Yamato is like, well, I wonder if Luffy and them are okay. I wanted to help take down Kaido with them. And Momonosuke is like, well, Luffy is worn out, but of course he's still high spirited as always, right? And they're like, ah, yeah, that's cool. And Shinobu is like, wait, how do you know that? And he's like, huh? Whoa, dude. So, dude, I mean, this is crazy, right? Because it's either one of two things, right? And one of them is, of course, observation hockey. And apparently, he unlocked this observation hockey as awesome as the girl from Skypiea, right? That kid has the same level of observation hockey where she could just know about people from miles away, right? But, I mean, there's another thing which Luffy and Momo are connected with, and that is, of course, the voice of all things. And I think this is more of the case because I don't know about the observation hockey, but again, it could also be possible. Maybe, it's Odin's son. Somehow he unlocked his beast mode, I guess. I don't know, man, but. There is another theory which I've heard. It is kind of cool. I don't think that's the case, but it is kind of cool. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. Of course, now we get to the rooftop, which everybody, all of the community was waiting desperately for. And of course, we see everyone struggling against Kaido and Big Mom. They're like, what the hell is this shit? And Luffy, we see that he tried again. He transformed into his Scare Forth. He tried again and he's exhausted back, right? So I guess, I mean, Luffy is actually getting better at this Gear 4 thing because he's not as garbage as he was against Doflamingo, right? Because he wasn't even able to move, but here he's doing pretty good. So yeah, I guess Luffy is getting better. But of course, all of the other supernova are like, damn man, this is getting ridiculous, we're not doing anything against them. And Luffy is like, well, we gotta be doing something because both of them are humans just like us, right? And Killer is like, you can still call them humans? Like what? And of course, everybody's like, dude, we gotta split them up. We can't take them together. That's impossible. And that's exactly what I've been saying, man. Good thinking, Law. But of course, Kid is like, well, man, facing them both is just hell. And Luffy is like, well, if that's true, then I guess I've been to hell and back a few times now, so that's not bad actually. And Kaido is like, well, Straw Hat, your eyes never seem to lose their fire. And Kaido is just laughing, and we get this big ass spread of Big Mom and Kaido just standing there, and Kaido is in his hybrid form. And dude, I mean, his hybrid form is not expected because I was expecting more of a beastly form, right? Like a dragon human kind of thing, but this actually looks more kind of a demonic look. Like this one looks like some demon Kaido. He already looks like a Mongolian, and with his horns and shit, he looks kind of like a demon, but this looks more like some sinister demon kind of being, right? And damn, this looks more scary. I mean, damn, man, that's just, crazy. But of course, chapter ends there, and of course there's no break next week, so that is awesome. But the theory about Momo that I've heard, which is cool, but I don't think that's the case, is Kaido is saying kind of the same thing as what Momo did, right? So the guy was like, well, if they both share the same devil fruit. I mean, Kaido's devil fruit is kind of Momo's devil fruit, right? So, are they sharing their feeling or something like that together? Like, maybe, who knows? So, yeah, that's basically the theory, right? The connection between Momo and Kaido, somewhere. Who knows, man? I mean, that's not that crazy to think of. So, I guess that is still possible, but at least I think it's just the voice of all things kind of deal, right? But anyways, man, that's the chapter. And man, comment down, what do you think about the chapter? What do you think is gonna happen next? Do you think act 3 is coming to an end because we are seeing all these things, like revealed and stuff? So yeah, man, it's crazy. But of course, if you think the video is good, like, share, subscribe. And if you haven't checked out my Discord, then please join that, man. I mean, we could have fun discussions there. It would be awesome. And if you want to support me even more, sign up on my Patreon. That helps out a lot. And well, man, as always, until next time, peace.